Hey, greetings and welcome to the show from high atop Mount Tudor, from the land of bad haircuts. It's the podcast your mother warned you about. It is this show. It's JK with your pals. That's Keith. I'm Jason. Welcome to the land of recliners
and I am not about to Mount Tudor.
And our favorite beer that is back in stock, the Pirat 40 ouncer, is back in stock, and we could not be more happy about that. So, anyway, welcome to the 7 viewers who are in stock. Let's start out with a little cheers. PJ says we can hear you.
Thanks,
he
PJ.
buckles down and tries to listen through the storm. So check this out, folks. We have, we keep getting more sophisticated. We have the big cam. Oh, and if you do make a comment, be sure you make it on the show page, not on the watch party. If you make it in the watch party, we're not going to see it. So go to the show page, get your video there, play along. We've got the big bracket tonight, best condiment. And Keith's going to have to answer for his no salsa condiment.
What else is new?
Right.
Somebody always has a bitch about my brackets.
That's right. So we will go to that. So here, check this out. There's the Keith cam. Wave to the Keith cam. Here's the Jason cam, which is not as good as the Keith cam, but there's something wrong with the bracket. And then we will have our screen. So we have multiple camera angles tonight through which you could see and hear us. We have become very, very sophisticated in our unsophistication. But we're happy you're here. Thanks for joining us as always. How are you?
I'm good. We had a great day today.
We did. I mean, except for the first 3 holes.
Well, yeah.
I actually threw my club. I haven't done that in probably 10 years.
You threw your club. I was going to get into
That's
this.
the only time my hip hurt.
You threw the club several times, and you yelled at the club
as it went
when you threw it. Follow that ball, you damn club!
Stupid ass club. That's probably, yeah.
In the meantime, I had my best game in a long time.
I keep wanting to make fun of him for his golf, but he keeps getting fucking better and better, and it's really.
I shot an 89 today.
He was doing everything is straightening out. He doesn't hit it as far as me, but it's still. We'll talk about that a little later because we're going to talk a little bit about like feats of strength.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because we were talking about something and why feats of strength are salt and pepper or spices, knucklehead. I think that was for you.
Yeah, well, who was that?
Who do you think?
It was PJ?
Yeah, of course.
No, PJ.
So welcome to all the viewers. Welcome to your Saturday. It's been an interesting week in the life of COVID.
Wow.
It has been an interesting week in the life of sports. It has been an interesting week in the lives of a lot of things.
We were busy this week.
We were. Let me throw some shout-outs to some folks. I didn't do it last week. Let me get back on the sponsorship horse. The first one is for me. Go buy my comics, Vorpal 1, 2, and 3. Those are available for you. That's 56 pages of comic notes. What, 22, 44? It's about 65 pages of comic goodness that's available to you right now from Comixology, from my publisher, Crazy Monkey Inc., from Kablam Indie Planet, Kablam! And also from comic, you can get it from my website too. Each comic's like $4, and I promise you'll enjoy. There are some little things in there, some break things, but the story is getting better. I'm producing pages. Brilliant colorist Mike Montalvo is coloring the first page of the 4th issue, which begins that journey. And so I'm excited about that, and we're excited to go. So my comics available to you, Vorpal 1, 2, and 3 from Comixology. We'll also say that this is brought to you by my friend Aaron Custer at aaroncuster.com. His new single, Breathless, is out. He wants you to stream that, but he's also done a fantastic new cover tune, so you can find that on Spotify as well. So be sure you're streaming those and giving him as many plays as possible on Spotify and elsewhere. That's it. All the sponsorship is done for now.
Good. Yeah, it was a busy week.
Yeah.
We had a number of things. The biggest thing, obviously, was the Garrison change of command. Our boss changed command this week.
Right.
Welcomed in a new boss.
Right. Michael Stern with us. I'm going to just keep talking. I'll do the shout out.
And
hi, Mike.
You may be able to see some scratches and things like that. So I'm feeling pretty chuffed as I walk out of the club. I'm feeling happy with myself. Thought I did a good job running the video.
Chuffed.
And all that. I was chuffed.
It's good work.
And I got, I talked to all the commanders. The outgoing commander gave me a bro hug. Said, thanks for what you do. You guys do a great job.
Yeah.
I had to go talk to all the MCOM director to get his speech because the person who said they were going to send us all the speeches didn't. So I had speeches in one hand, binders. I had the tripod in the other hand,
Right.
a backpack full of camera gear and
You're a busy
stuff.
guy.
I'm walking out and I'm looking at my car, and there's an overhang, a portico, if you will,
A portico.
outside the club,
Right.
Armstrong Club, named after the great Louis Armstrong, because apparently he played there a long time ago.
Is that who it's named after?
Yeah, you
How
didn't
did
know
I not know that?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, there's a painting of him
Right
in there.
on.
Yeah.
I totally dig that. All right.
And so I'm walking out, and I walk across the driveway there that lets the VIPs out, and I'm looking at my car, great, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
And the beams from the portico come down into an island, and the crosswalk is painted right across that island. It's very camouflagey.
All right.
And damn if I didn't trip over the island
Oh, that's right.
and bail right there. And of
Yeah.
course, the first thing out of my mouth is my knuckles scrape the concrete, and this one gets clipped by the tripod.
Yeah.
Shit!
Yeah, that's exactly what his words were.
And I hear, oh wow, are you okay, sir? It's the fucking chaplain.
Not the chaplain.
Oh, I can't say that. Well, whatever. Don't proselytize to me. It's the chaplain.
It is.
It's yes, sir. I'm okay. I just yeah, I'm fine, chaplain. Thank you. So just when I'm feeling good, the fates have to take me down a notch.
I wonder if anybody else. So we've still got our usual crowd on, but I'm wondering if anybody else that's happened to. Have you ever been caught in that situation where you've been in that awkward situation where you've cursed out loud and then Jesus was there or whatever? Or,
Mom.
Anybody, just throw something in the comments if you want. Yeah, that was a good change of command. Today was not my day. So it started mostly last night. Many of you who are on my feed know that I tried to print something in 3D of a pretty large size because I had it running on my personal page, and I had it running there for a while. And so I wanted to monitor it because we were gone somewhere, and I wanted to keep an eye on it, and it looked like it was printing fine. I got home; it was a 19-hour print. So just so you're aware, 3D printing is not like printing out a PowerPoint slide. It takes, especially this kind of 3D printing, it takes a long time. You got to calibrate, you got to do all this other stuff, and there's still no guarantee that you're going to get it right. So if you're into it, my friend John Aslan is into it. A few of my friends are, Les Benito, Josh Gray. It's a hit and miss process. For me, it's still been mostly miss. I can't seem to get my printer calibrated. So anyway, I print this thing out, and I'm looking at it on the camera, and I'm thinking, oh, it looks all right. It looks like it's going to be okay. And I get home, and it prints. So when you print, when a piece of plastic is in the air, right? You can't just print this out of thin air. Something has to be underneath it in order to print like a thing like this, right? So in order to do that, you have to create what's called a support. The supports run down from wherever the thing that can't be printed out of thin air comes, and then down to the base. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just make these supports and then cut them off when they're done, and that's that. Well, the supports basically grafted to the figure. So the figure was ultimately useless after I printed it. Plus, it just wasn't in great shape. So the print was bad, so I had to chuck it. So that started out the evening. So this morning I got up and I said, well, I'll try to fix that problem. But this morning I needed to return some headphones that I bought. And I thought I'd lost the receipt. I was looking all around for it. So I needed to return the headphones, and I guess I didn't need a haircut, but I got a haircut.
Right. Excuse me.
So I went and I got a haircut, I went and returned the headphones. Now at the Base Exchange, they allow you to return things. And the great thing is, if you bought it with them with a credit card, they can go into the system, find out when you paid for it if you don't have a receipt, and say, oh yeah, there's your transaction, and then they can reprint the receipt. It's kind of a cool system. The last time I did that, they did it right away. It happened all pretty quickly, so it was pretty cool. This time it was not so. This time I went in, they said, yeah, we'll take it, but we don't have the receipt now. I said, okay, fine. So I walked out kind of like upset at that. I'm not upset, but I was just like, okay. So then I went over to the haircuttery. I had been for a while, as you know.
The haircuttery.
The haircuttery.
Some people call it a barbershop, but
The
okay.
haircuttery And I walked in and I said, hey, when can I get an appointment? He said, sign in and wait. Should be pretty quick. I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't need an appointment. It happened like 5 minutes later. Sat down and I said, he said, how do you want it? I said, I want it short. I said, it's still summer. I need to get my head breathe. I've had this vacation hair and just go.
It looked good.
Yeah, right.
The vacation hair looked good.
I'll come back to that.
Oh, okay.
So I said, just cut it for now. He's like, okay. Told him exactly what I wanted. So he starts, and as many of you military folks who are on know, he hit me with the number 1 first, but he went up about an inch on each side, and then he stopped. Mm-hmm. So he stops, and I'm like, and then he goes to this part of my head, and he goes, he does the routine where he pulls it up and goes, about that much? And I said, yeah, I guess about that much, but aren't you going to finish the sides? And he's like, I will go back to the sides and finish tapering it. He was German, so he got a little fussy. I mean, an American would have got fussy too, whatever, but this is me doing him being fussy. I will go back to the sides and we'll all be trimmed out. I just never had a barber do that. They usually and then they grab the top and they start trimming. I don't know, many of you are on. Maybe you could weigh in the comments and tell me how they cut your hair, but I just know they go and then they do the top, and then they kind of measure it out, and then they go. So this was different. So he starts cutting the top of my hair, and it looks like shit. And I'm sort of going, it looks like shit, but okay, he's going to finish it. He doesn't really finish it. It just sort of ends up in this sort of bubble-headed mushroom. Now, it really annoys me when the hair on the sides of my head sticks out, and it's long. Well, this is too long, and I hate it. So it's like the worst haircut I've ever gotten in my life. I still tip the guy well because I'm not an asshole, but I hated the haircut. All right, so there was that. So I came back from that, sat down. I said, I'm going to solve my printer problem before I go golf with him. So I'm like, all right. So I sit down. You're drinking my beer.
No, I'm not. Yours is between your legs.
You're drinking your beer.
I guarantee you I'm not drinking your beer between your legs.
So
there's going to be...
There was a lot of between our legs jokes.
There was, and the show's not over yet. Stay with it.
It is a tight perm. It's a very tight perm, PJ. I can tell from your profile photo. That's the tightest perm I've ever seen. Anyway, so then I said I'm going to try to solve this problem. It's called under extrusion. It just means that the thing that puts the plastic on the print bed, it's not pushing enough plastic out. So I do all these things that I'm told to do by YouTube. Everything is fine, and I'm like, fuck, all right. So then I decided to get it printed, but I'm furious because I can't find these specific tools that I had on my desk like 10 minutes ago.
So your printer's
constipated. So I'm like, my tools! And I'm like raging, right? And my daughter's downstairs, and she's like, why is my dad acting like an asshole, right? So
has she met you?
Right? So anyway, I just said, screw it, I'm going to print something. So I set it to print, and then I'm like, okay. Now, the contract that I made with my daughter yesterday was that she was going to come golfing with us today, which I thought was just the coolest thing. Sit in the cart, we were going to talk about her writing and her drawing, and I was going to tell her a bit about golf. She sort of chickened out, so that bummed me out a little bit. So when I got to him, I barely spoke to him. I was topped off. I don't know if any of you had high blood pressure, but today I had all of your high blood pressure today.
And I knew it. Hey, how's it going? Fine.
I was pissed. I was pissed. And I knew he hadn't had a great week either, so I wanted to talk to him about that, but I was so infuriated with what happened to me. I was being very selfish. But anyway, the first 3 holes are basically like, whack, let's go. Whack, let's go. Whack, let's go. I would like hit the ball over the green, and I'm like, just throw it back to me. Let's go. And throwing clubs. Go chase that stupid shot you just made, club.
Club's full. Jason, I lost the ball in the clouds. Where'd it go? I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god. And then at one point and then when I calmed down, I was using my sand wedge, and the sand wedge was horrible, and I wanted to throw it in the water, but we got past. There's only like one hole with water. It's a
2, 8, 9. Yeah.
Right. So I forgot. I basically forgot about 9. I thought, we'll throw it in the water on the backside, and because I'm going to buy a new sand wedge, but that thing's going in the water next time we go out.
Oh my
Easy
god.
there, PJ. Easy.
What is he saying?
He's saying I'm a pussy, is what he's saying. Yeah, that's what he's saying. I got it. Sorry to the ladies out there, but that was the comment in here. I just had to say it. Anyway, so the bigger point here is I'm getting a new sand wedge, and we're going to find a ceremony to kill that thing. So anyway, that was kind of it was a death by 1,000 cuts sort of day. But
you came around. You came around. You came around.
Yeah.
You came around. I'll tell you what. When Jason gets a hold of one, man, it's a beauty thing to watch.
And my golf is good. So, all right, let's talk about some of the things you wanted to talk about. Let's go to that screen. And as you can see from the headline here, folks, Chiefs right guard Laurent Duvernay-Tardif has opted out of the season. Why has he done that?
So, if you watched the Super Bowl, you saw they did a complete package, which is what Newsies called the story with the interviews and the blah blah blah. So they did a complete package on a feature, I guess, on Chiefs guard Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. He's Canadian.
Mihail
He has a medical degree.
Still say it.
And he's been working during the whole COVID thing. He's been working at a long-term care facility in Canada.
Right.
So what he said, and to me, this is a great story.
Right.
This is a great feel-good story. And you're going to have to let me know when my camera's on so I can look this way. Look this way.
That's the bitch about being the producer and a host.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, this is a great feel-good story.
It is.
So he said, look, I made a lot of money with the Chiefs already. We got extra money for winning the Super Bowl. And number one, I don't feel, after working in the long-term care facility where I've seen what COVID can do, that I can bring, even though I've tested negative, I don't feel I should go back to the Chiefs
Right.
with that possibility.
Right.
Number two, and actually it should probably be 1A, is I'm doing good things here at this long-term facility.
Right.
I'm helping people. I'm caring for some people in their last days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a good thing, putting my medical degree, which is why I went to college, on to use. And I think it's just a fan-friggin-tastic story.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's very Sandy Koufax not playing on Yom Kippur-ish. I think, I didn't want to get into too much COVID on the show, but I think it's one of those things where it's like, again, we've talked about it.
Right.
Is it going to be player by player? Baseball has started. It's underway, and we'll talk about baseball in a minute.
And basketball.
Basketball, right. So that's all underway. But, my theory was that it wasn't going to be the organization itself that sort of tamped it down. It was going to be player by player. The prominent players bowing out, and then eventually it was just the mortise was sort of going to crumble. But right now, baseball's in kind of a stable place, so that's good. But kudos to him. I mean, I think he did a good thing by staying there and staying around and helping people. I mean, if he's made a ton of money, he's made a ton of money. He's happy.
Yeah.
People want to make more money though. All right, let's look at another story here. Whoa! Let's go back.
Is that going on live? Is it on? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
No, it's not. All right, let's go to this next story. All right, let's
Wait, I had too much beer already? Wow.
I wish. All right, so let's.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know. Hang on.
I'm going to take your glass away.
All right, that should be all right.
Put it between my legs.
I know. Well, I was trying to let you see the picture at the same time. I was all right. So anyway, you should be able to see this now. Top Gun Maverick has been pushed to summer 2021. So it's a big deal to me. I really love Top Gun. I think a lot of us love Top Gun.
I love Top Gun, except it, as an airplane geek, it drives me bug fuck crazy.
Yeah.
When he pushes the throttles forward to slow down.
Yeah.
And some other things but I love the story of Top Gun. I'm really interested to see this. Now we have to wait another summer because they want asses in seats in the theater.
Right. They pushed it from this summer. Actually, they pushed it from like an early spring, right? Then they pushed it to summer. And then I think they pushed it down to like one of the Star Wars openings down to winter. And then they pushed it on the summer. So yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. All right. So let's see here. PJ, we're coming to your hurricane. Don't worry. So this is a feel-good story. This is Alex Smith, the QB from the Washington football team.
The Washington football, at least for this year.
We'll talk about that.
The Washington football team.
The Washington football team.
He was a Redskin when he got hurt.
They have cleared Alex Smith to play full football. I've always been a big fan of Alex Smith. I never felt like he's gotten his due. I always thought he was sort of underplayed, underutilized. I don't think he's, like many good quarterbacks, I don't think he's ever had the line in front of him. All the excuses.
Let's see, he started off in San Francisco and then went to Washington to get his payday.
Right.
And got absolutely...
He was in Kansas City for a very long time.
Oh, that's right. He was in Kansas City. Then Washington.
And then he went to Washington and he was having some good success, as I recall.
And then that injury.
And then the offensive line kind of let somebody through. Yeah, that was a really, really bad foot injury. And if you read the saga of his injury, I mean, it is incredible how...
He almost lost his leg.
He almost lost his leg, exactly. So seeing that he can play is not just a football story. It's it really is a human feel-good sort of story. And I hope he's okay. I mean, he's also a Cal Berkeley guy, I think.
Can you put your hat back on? Your hair's bothering me.
Yeah, I'll put it back on. I don't like my hair either. So the other, let's talk a little bit about, since we've talked about Alex Smith's injury, our friend Matt is recovering. So we want to give Matt a shout out. He's really hurt himself, and he's a regular listener. And
it's already giving me shit about the bracket.
Yep, because there's no salsa in it. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Sorry, that's 3 F-bombs for me tonight. Sorry.
Nobody's making comments. People, comment so we know you're there. Last one I see is PJ's comment. Anywho, Matt's in a bad way. Shout out some love for Matt and getting better, Matt Davis. And I hope you're feeling better, Matt. We're all here for you. We all support you. Whatever we can do to help you, please let us know. Okay?
Matt is a great guy. He's one of the IT guys in the basement. And anytime we ask him for anything without going through proper channels, he's there to help us. He and his partner in crime, Lee, just good guys. So yeah, anything we can do, even if it's just to show him some love here on this show as a JK, saying get well soon, Matt.
Yeah, exactly. We miss Matt, and he's great at his job. He is very good for us. He's very helpful. I mean, the whole 9 yards. So
Daniel Nathaniel, because I put it on the bracket. That's why.
Man, he's getting testy. Okay, I got to figure out what camera you want. All right, let's go to the PJ story here. All right, Hurricane Hannah.
Hurricane force winds. I believe it's still a tropical storm, though, isn't it?
Let's look down.
Scroll down.
I could scroll. I forgot. Let me try it. There we go. No, they don't have the
Not on that one.
I don't want to watch video. Okay, anyway, so hurricane force winds, but it's called Hannah.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow, you said that like you dated a girl named Hannah and didn't go well. All right.
Oh, no. I just... PJ's getting all wimpy living in San Antonio and everything.
Speaking of needing an OBGYN visit. Yeah, so all the best to our friends in San Antonio. I almost had a job where looks like the eye wall is near, right there in Corpus Christi. So
yeah,
I sort of know that area. I bought a pair of nice cowboy boots there, so can't beat that.
Are they the ones with flames on them?
Let's go to this other last piece. So, in baseball, oh, look at that. It's blank.
Well, way to go, ESPN.
Let me refresh your Ruski here.
I may have to spend the night we keep drinking this beer.
What that happened now?
There
it is. All right.
Baseball's back.
4. There we go. That is yours. All right. So, yeah, baseball's back, but more importantly, they have this new extra inning rule. Now, we get that a lot of you aren't sports fans. It's fine. But baseball has changed to this rule that essentially says that they're going to position a dude on second during extra innings to sort of speed up the game. So if they plan to keep this rule, that means the end of a 24 game sort of, or 24 inning sort of game, which is fine by me. I mean, I sort of wish they would put a limit on foul balls. Like 12 foul balls,
right,
which is like the equivalent of 3 strikeouts. So 3 strikeouts and you're out. I wish they do that. But anyway, the A's beat the Angels on a walk-off grand slam as the extra inning rule debuts. So how would that work? So they'd have to walk, and then you'd have to hit the park. So they had to walk a couple of guys in order to get there, or something like that. They have to fill the bases first. But anyway, so that's an interesting sidebar. I haven't watched a game yet.
So. The reliever did not do his job.
No, he did not. So
I watched a couple of innings of Arizona and San Diego.
All right.
After our golf game.
All right.
And I'm telling you, we talked Tuesday on our non-live show.
The Tuesday audio only show.
Audio only show that It's just not the same without
No.
the crowd.
It's not.
So, some teams have started putting cardboard cutouts. They let the fans send pictures in.
Right.
And so they're making cardboard cutouts.
Right.
I don't care. It's not, and they're piping in noise. It's not the same.
It's all an artifice, and it's not the same. And again, it just feels like batting practice as they go about their business. Let's see, how far are we into the show? Oh yeah, you're listening. No, minus 15 minutes. Yes, no. You're listening to and watching. This show is a JK with your pals Keith and Jason. We're on for about the next 40 minutes. We thank you for your patronage online, all 9 of you. We appreciate the regulars, PJ and Daniel. And a few others popping in. Good to see Connie here, of course. I think Connie is a big fan of ours.
Connie is a big fan of ours, and I'll tell you what, I spent a lot of time at Connie's house in high school. Her they'd have 4. Her second oldest child was my best friend, is my best friend.
Okay.
Hadn't seen each other in 18 years and saw each other right before I came over here. And it was like nothing ever happened. We both have a little less hair, a little more around the middle, and so it was a great time to see Randall, Connie as well, and Connie's a good person and obviously a fan of ours.
Yeah, obviously. So there were 2 things that stood out today, and PJ will love this one on the golf. One is that it wasn't very crowded today, so we actually got to play
surprisingly on a Saturday.
Twosome for the first time. They did not endear us with single-serving friends for 18 holes, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not that we mind. All the people we've played with have been very cool. I think up to.
I've never had a bad person out there.
Right. But then today, Keith, do you still have it on? No. Keith debuts a utility belt.
Actually, I wore it last week. You weren't here. It's not a utility belt.
So he's got this belt that looks like it came out of Boogie Nights, the film, or at least sometime in the mid to late 70s. Are you wearing it? He's wearing it. Good. All right. So get closer to the camera. Turn around.
I can't.
All right. Go to your camera then. Let's see if we can get it.
I have to be in the chair.
All right. Just.
So it's in fashion. I got to talk louder because I'm not near.
No, you're fine.
It's golf fashion.
It's horrible.
But you call it a Batman.
Why don't you just wear some plaid pants? Anyway, show them the buckle. Turn and show them the buckle. There you go. So
this is how dick pics get started.
Don't show your belly button though. All right. Because that's how I Dream of Jeannie could get canceled. All right. So there's the buckle. Now, if you look at the buckle, you can see now. Go ahead, do it. It's got a thing that flips out. Like a TV tray,
almost like a cover for your penis.
And he's like, I've got to mark my ball. So he flips this thing over. Boom.
There's a ball marker in there.
So I'm like, well, you've got a utility belt. What else have you got in there? So I'm thinking like batarangs are gonna come out. I'm thinking he's got like the thing that you do the divots with. I was expecting to be like Doctor Who's telephone booth. But he's still wearing it, which is funny to me.
I put it on for the show.
Oh, all right. So
the cool thing about it is it's just a little lever under here that you pull, and you can cut it off. And wait, listen. There's no microphone.
It's right there. Please don't pull your penis out. Wow, that's it tightening. If you didn't,
it's like ratcheting.
That's the excitement of this show. So I mean, if you're here, all 8 of you who are here just got a taste of what it really means to be on the edge of your seat, and not need the whole deal. So. Anyway, he's got it.
I don't know why you don't like my belt.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said you have a utility belt.
Well, I don't have.
There was a couple of times we needed you to drop some gas pellets and ward off like criminals.
Wasps.
Yes. Oh God, yeah, it was.
Bees.
So if you saw my feed today, so one of the funny things that happened in the golf today was I was getting ready to hit a shot toward the green, which landed on the green at about 10 feet from the cup. But there was a wasp on top of the ball, and I thought, oh, I'm getting distracted. No, I'm not. I'm locked in. I'm good. And then the wasp decided to go from the top of the ball to the side of the ball. And when he went to the side of the ball, I'm like, well, you're going for a ride. He didn't go for a ride. He became part of the ball. And fortunately, he helped me get to the green because it left this big, cool stage.
He became a molecular one.
I mean, it was no joke. It was no joke. It was he was done. So that was pretty funny. More serious now. Did you see that the Red Sox put up a Black Lives Matter banner outside of Fenway Park? Not like banner, like, oh, look, a banner that MWR put out. I mean, like, it as long as one of the outfield walls. And it was in that Boston lettering. So they put out a Black Lives Matter banner on, I want to say it was right outside the park. And it was probably about 200 yards long, so longer than one of your drives. And
mine was straight. You shut the hell up.
And Twitter lost its ever-loving shit, right? So Twitter lost its ever-loving shit at this. And I don't... It's this argument that people are having that BLM is some terrorist organization versus just the notion of, yes, Black Lives Matter too, right? So, but, I mean, there's a lot of discussion here that you know, Boston was one of the last to sort of desegregate, right? The team itself, and there's a lot of sort of history with that too, but people just lost their shit on Twitter about this.
Well, it's
Bostonians.
It's
tough, right?
It is.
It's a tough topic.
It is.
And so I brought it up. What I would say is Black Lives Matter, first of all. And second of all...
That's what I was going to say.
It's a tough crowd. I get it. It's a tough crowd to put that banner in. So kudos to the management for even doing it, because I'm sure they knew what they were doing and what they were doing and what they were up against. So kudos for that. But on the other hand, the reaction from Twitter, they must have known they were going to get it. So it was really just a management sort of issue that they sort of knew it was coming. And I thought, for the most part, I think it's done and over with, you know? So, I mean, they did what they needed to do. They made the statement. They contributed to that cause. And the people who are just going to the mat saying they're a terrorist organization, look at all these other things they stand for, I think are just trying to fit an agenda that someone else is giving them.
Well, the problem is that a couple of years ago, and I mean a couple, two, remember the Dallas police officer shoot, when the man shot 5 Dallas police officers?
I do.
He said he was part of Black Lives Matter.
Right.
There was another incident like that. I'm part of Black Lives Matter.
Right.
So people remember that.
Yes.
The other point number 2 I want to make, why do we give one shit what people say on Twitter?
You know, I had one of the first 1,000 accounts on Twitter, believe it or not. My friend Les Benito, he was doing some technology in a different place, and he says, hey, do you want a Twitter account? I said, yeah, of course. Whenever he offered something, I knew it was a good deal. So I had one of the first ones. I got my first name and my last name. That was pretty cool. And I was very into Twitter, and I helped fellow authors. I've helped other people sort of get Twitter, and I've seen the results for them on my own Facebook page when they use Twitter, and some people have become very active, and it's become very fruitful. But now, to me, Twitter is a very, very, very acidic sort of cauldron of doom. I can't think of another way to say it. There's no reason for me to go to Twitter anymore. Twitter used to be, my friend Alan Black used to say that Twitter is for the people that you want to meet, and Facebook is for the people you already know, which was always the most brilliant analogy. So you could tweet to, like, comic book artist Bill Sienkiewicz or comic book artist Tom Feaster, who happens to be a friend or whatever, and say, hey, that was a great job, and they might tweet you back, hey, thank you, and that's like, oh, that's a big deal to me because I'm big fans of theirs, right? Now, what you see is just everybody has got some sort of, I don't want to say cause, but some sort of bent, is trying to do their advocacy, is trying to do something, but there's also vitriol and hate, and even in their attempts at advocacy, there's so much hate and bitterness that it's just, Twitter is just difficult to be on, and it's tough to, I think I visit Twitter for my own account when I need to promote my comic, when I need to just sort of check in and take a temperature on certain things. But in general, if it's so important to be on Twitter, it's going to come and find another way to find me, either through Facebook or somewhere else. But I used to be very Twitter, and now I'm not.
People take Twitter way too seriously.
Right. Did you empty that bottle out?
No.
All right, let me have some more.
But Twitter is all Twitter does is provide a voice for people to bitch like they're bitching on their couch. It used to be they yell at their TV. Blah, blah, blah. Well, now with the advent of the internet and, of course, Twitter, now people hear what the public is saying.
Right.
But again, so what?
Yeah.
So what? You don't like this X show, or you don't like the color of somebody's dress, or you don't like the joke somebody
It
told.
was all the shit that you used to hear.
What the fuck?
It was all the shit you used to hear in school. I remember I like Joe Rogan, but somebody described Joe Rogan's podcast as that 11th grader who used to get stoned all the time, who used to say the same shit that he did. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's a perfect analogy. But he's got a podcast and he's got millions of followers. Sorry, I drank all the rest. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I brought it over to drink.
But that's what they, Joe wrote. So now you get to hear everybody's view on every fucking thing, and they become influencers. I saw one today. Somebody was a fashion influencer, or somebody was the one I saw today was somebody was an Indian community influencer. And first of all, to call yourself an influencer to me is the height of hubris. If you've got, say, 76 million followers, like Kevin Hart, who I don't necessarily care for, but I did care for him at one time, or somebody else like Ronaldo, who's probably, I think he's got like 200 million followers. You're an influencer.
Yeah.
And maybe you think you're an influencer, or you believe you're an influencer. Okay, whatever. But to call yourself an influencer, to call yourself a social influencer or whatever, is just the height of hubris to me. And Twitter puts you in a position where you have thousands of voices. I have like 1,300 or 1,400 followers. I have another 500 on Instagram. Very, very, very modest followings. Mostly, and on Twitter, my following was growing until I was like, I'm done. And it was mostly about public affairs and comics and writing and things like that. You can't do that anymore, because if you just try to talk about writing or be on writing Twitter, it becomes a Donald Trump sucks, or this movement sucks, or this should burn in hell, or this, and it's just, that sort of noise to me just becomes overplayed, and I can't do it anymore. Yeah. So it's like LinkedIn. I check LinkedIn once every 6 months. So if you send me some shit to LinkedIn, I won't see it until about 6 months from now. And if you tweet or something like that, I may see it once a week. But Facebook I'm on because that's where my family is. That's where this wonderful podcast is. And I don't feel like I have to be part of those Colorado Rapids of communication.
No, and the fact that we as a society...
We'll get this lighting right for your shot, by the way, next week. Right now we've got one cam, or one light, it's right there. I have a second light, but
I look dark and sexy. That's what
it is. You look ominous and shadowy. I like that.
People take all of these Twitter things, this show sucks, it's blah, 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 blah,
right,
and take it seriously.
Right.
When all it is people who don't know you, right, don't know what you stand for, yeah, don't know what you're trying to do.
Just trying to make money.
And yeah.
Trying to make money. And that's the bottom line. To me, again, this camera is 7 frames per second, but at least you can still see me, and the light's better from my side, so we gotta fix that. Aw, that's sweet. They're trying to make money, as we go back to that one. Aw. They like me. Anyway, they're trying to make money, and I get it. Your side hustle is that you're going to be an influencer. You really did get some spit in my ear. That's gross.
What do you think
Why did you do that? Ugh. Now my hair, I really hate my hair, because now it's got your spit. Keith put some spit in my ear, PJ. That's the worst. But anyway, they're trying to make money, and they're trying to find their place of influence in the Instagram world, or wherever they are.
Right.
And you do that by not saying you're an influencer. You do that by doing great things. It's like anything else in life. Do great things, have character, and be consistent about it. Selling is how.
Selling makeup does not make you an influencer.
No, it does not. You're listening to and watching This Show is a JK with your pals, Keith and Jason. We're here for about another 25 minutes. We'd like to thank you for joining us. If you'd like to subscribe...
Oh, that means it's getting close to time.
It is. We'd like to subscribe to the audio version of this podcast. Don't forget to sign up on iTunes. That is easy to find. Also, you can stream us on Spotify. You can find us on radio.com. You can find us on TuneIn Radio. You can find us on, let's see, there's a new one that just happened. I just added that on. It'll come to me in a second, but it's a pretty big one. Oh, Amazon Music.
What?
You now find us, we're newly found on Amazon Music, so if you do like I do, I listen to a lot of Amazon music, and we have the subscription there, so you can find us. You can just say, hey, Alexa, play the This So Is a JK podcast, and Alexa will go, why do you want to listen to that shit? But she'll do it, and that's a good deal. So please subscribe, and thank you for joining us for the video show. We know it's 3 p.m. on the East Coast, so those of you that take time to watch us, we really appreciate it, but unfortunately we can't be on at 2 in the morning because we're both kind of tired and have other shit to do. All right. So it is time. Let me see if I can bring up the bracket.
Hey, Ray, thanks for joining us.
Ray's here?
Yep.
Hi, Ray. Okay.
Hey, what's going on with the shirts?
On the way.
Still waiting on mine.
Sorry. Well, you saw the problem we had with yours. They returned it. I'm still trying to work out that.
No, I didn't know that.
Partly cloudy
Oh,
and 72
sorry.
degrees.
Seriously.
I don't know. Somehow we said something about show me the forecast.
All right,
I
so
don't
the
know.
shirts, here's what's up with the shirts. I ordered the shirts about 2 weeks ago. I thought I had resolved an issue. I bought him a shirt as a gift when we first started, when we were like 2 weeks in. I'm like, hey, there's got a gift coming for you, blah, 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 blah. He was excited about it. I was excited about it. Never showed up. It never showed up because what they didn't say was, hey, we don't ship to APO addresses. I was like, okay.
What?
So I have all your addresses and all your sizes, and I went through and blah, 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 blah. And then they said, I'm sorry, we can't ship these. And they haven't given me a reason why they can't. And I'm not sure what that is. My money's good. Trust me, my money's good. So I'm trying to resolve that this weekend. I apologize if you haven't got your show shirt yet. It's on the way. I swear it is. And we'll make that happen, okay? So shirts, hopefully by this week. Ray's here, too. She says she's been
That's
here
what
the
I
whole time.
said.
Did you say hi?
Just now.
All right. She's been here the whole time, too. Those are Ray, PJ, Daniel. Those are the hardcore.
And John B, I know, listens, but he doesn't listen live.
And
all the
Darren,
time.
who's going back to... send him to Detroit, but he's really going to...
Where I came from, he's
Middle
going
of
to
nowhere.
Fort Sill, Lawton, Oklahoma. Lawton, Fort Sill.
All right. Let's introduce you to the bracket, which I believe is this button. And there is the bracket. And go ahead. It's your bracket that you only got 12 for.
It's 12. What do you want?
Salsa. People wanted salsa.
People wanted salsa. Oh my God! Jesus! It's like the Batmobile should have been in the best car. Leave me alone.
Flip the coin on that one, though.
Just do the bracket as it's written.
Actually, you know what I've got to do here is...
I'm an influencer. I don't need your comments.
Yeah. I've got 8 followers. I'm an influencer. All right, hang on a second. I've got to... I forgot. I've got to change this. I've got to hit the right...
Oh, yeah.
I've got to hit the right button here. So give me 1 second.
Oh, now you're seeing behind the scenes.
No. So we have to... Now we have to start the tournament, Blazow, which closes off all of the, what the hell is this?
No more guessing.
Okay. It closes off all the predictions, and I believe we have 7, Keith. We have 7 predictions this week, so thank you for submitting a prediction.
Yes.
That's awesome. You obviously felt strongly about condiments. Let's see who is in the running for this week. Let's see here. Honeymoon. That is a Yogi Bear song. All right. Ketchup is Miracle Whip is evil. It really is. Daniel Nathaniel. There's PJ. Is it hot in here? Hot mess is Ray. Salt is a deadly weapon. That's Matt Davis. Thank you, Matt. Salt of the earth. I don't know who that is. Get it on. And John B's got black pepper in there. So here we go. We've got some good choices out of the running. I hadn't even seen the bracket till it just came up on screen. To be fair, Keith.
We tried to do that.
Keith made sure it was helped Keith make sure it was functional again, which he did very well this week. Kudos to him. But other than that, I had not seen the bracket. So when this salsa argument was happening, I had no idea it was going on. So anyway, let's,
there was no argument.
No, there was no argument. So just before we get started, what I would say is it even there? It's there. Okay. So I do see my favorite. We're back on camera, by the way.
Okay.
I do see my favorite condiment there. So that's going to be a tough one. I do like your top 4. And this should be a fun bracket. So let's. There's a T-shirt at stake here for a few people, for 7 people at least.
Well, you've already won
I
one.
meant to say shout out to my dad. He's not able to watch today. He had some tests done this morning at one of our one of our more fantastic VA hospitals, the one in Providence. But he'll pick us up on the audio, and I'll make sure I send him the video. I love you, Dad. Take care of yourself, and thanks for joining us when you can, as always.
Also, my mother has been back in the hospital a couple of times over the last 10 days.
Okay.
They don't know what's going on. Heart, if you remember, she had 4 stents put in about 2 months ago.
Right.
But she has learned that as soon as she starts feeling pressure, take that ass to the hospital. And she don't play with
it's not her son anymore.
Yes, go to the hospital and get checked out. So they're working on some things, but she's doing fine. I talked to her last night, and she's doing fine. She's not in the hospital. She's just been to the hospital. So both of our parents are hanging in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my dad is a pretty healthy horse. He gave me his fantastic immune system, which I'm always thankful for. So, all right. So this week's coin, since I just happen to have it, is the Sims disc. So the Sims side will be my side, and the no good blank side will be Keith's side.
You're going to flip it. They give me shit.
Since it's as giant as a Goodyear tire, I will allow Keith to flip it this week, and it's because he won't hurt anybody with it. All right, so let's get to the bracket. It's your bracket. It's now up on the camera. Explain people to your choices here.
All right, so I am a horseradish freak. I love horseradish. I make my own cocktail sauce and all that. So that was in my fridge, so I put that on there. All right. Salt is self-explanatory. Mayonnaise. And I put mayonnaise, and you can see further down Miracle Whip because there's two, as you said, there's two different houses of thought on that.
Yeah.
Tabasco also on my in my fridge. I go back and forth about leaving.
Now, let me just be clear. Do you mean
Tabasco?
You mean Tabasco?
Tabasco,
not just hot sauce.
Not like Red Hot or anything.
Or Cholula or anything.
I mean Tabasco.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
That will help my judging, believe it or not.
Okay.
All right.
Jelly, to me, is a condiment.
He has not been flip training, PJ, so I could still be hurt tonight. We don't know.
Hold on, I need to see what PJ's saying.
All right, go ahead.
Mixed for the... yeah. Okay.
Choices, so.
Pepper goes with salt. Black pepper.
Black pepper, that's a very... I like that. That's great. See, in my house, I'm a black... I mean, we'll get to this, but I mean, I'm a black pepper fan, and none of my family are black pepper people, so... yeah, it's... are we still streaming? I better check. Hang on, something is weird.
It says we're live.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure.
Miracle Whip. Whip. Did you say whip?
It's a Belgian dip.
Miracle Whip. All right, Miracle Whip, and then soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Because that's PJ can tell you I'm a picky eater, and so I don't.
I'm picky.
I don't like a lot of things. Vegetables are right out. Most of
I knew. I knew you were one of those. Like my friend Steve French hates pretty much every vegetable ever.
By the way, that was a Spamalot joke.
I'm not getting. This is weird. I'm not getting the feed. Are you getting the feed still?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it live or is it ticking?
It says it's live.
Do you see us?
I see us.
Okay, so it's just me. Okay, cool. Oh, George Peck was here. I'm sorry I missed you. And Davis was here. Sorry I missed you, Davis. Just because I was in the watch party again. We're only seeing comments that are in the feed. So maybe that's it. Let me go to.
Yeah, we're live.
So. Yeah. Okay. I just want to be sure. I think pretty much from here on we're solid. It's just
PJ said we're still streaming.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, PJ. So let me just
thanks,
load it up.
PJ.
I had it on the watch party. Okay. So it's just my phone. All right. I don't know what's up. All right. So you got the stream. You're gonna have to handle the comments now.
Oh.
All right. So I'm sorry. You said Miracle Whip and soy sauce.
Miracle Whip soy sauce.
All right. Go. It's yours.
Okay.
Where do we start?
We'll start 8-9.
All right.
All right. Horseradish and salt.
So salt to me is not a condiment. Salt to me is kind of.
You're going to do that to me?
Salt to me, what?
No, go ahead.
Salt to me isn't really a condiment. Salt to me is
a spice.
Not a spice. No. I'm not in that crowd either. I just think salt is. I can't think of any other way to say it, but it's an essential, right? It's an essential sort of thing that just is on the table. I don't consider it like a condiment in the class of condiments, right? So, horseradish, on the other hand, is God's gift to food.
Did you eat the prime beef at that place last night?
Not yet. No, I haven't tried that yet. I've got to find some good prime beef in Kaiserslautern. If anybody knows of any, let me know.
Prime rib.
Prime rib. But horseradish is the fundamental ingredient that goes into wasabi.
Yes.
That is part of sushi. So I am just a huge horseradish fan. So this is kind of a runaway, although horseradish is going to be my choice. But salt can really turn a really crap meal into a good meal. But horseradish is my choice here.
PJ, I am not even repeating that, man.
What did he say?
No, I'm not. And Nathaniel, I love what you said. It's an enhancer. See what he said?
Hang on.
PJ?
Oh!
Can't
You know what,
repeat that.
PJ? I agree with you, knowing Keith as well as I know him now. So yes.
Well, we had some talks on the golf course today.
We did.
I love horseradish. I love horseradish.
Yes, Daniel Nathaniel, like Viagra, an enhancer.
Wow,
How about that?
that's a whole different bracket. So no, I'm going with horseradish on this.
All right.
Horseradish can be used for a bunch of anything you can put on shrimp in, and one of the best cuts of meat
Horseradish, shrimp.
is good.
Cool. All right. So there's our first winner. It's horseradish. Hang on. We just got to do this, and we do that. And horseradishes are. All right. So back to the bracket.
Boy, that
We now have mayonnaise and Tabasco. So,
I put mayonnaise on cornbread.
do you really?
I do. I guess I'm
Congratulations for the most unusual thing I've heard all week.
You're welcome.
Holy shit.
Hey, it's been a week.
Yeah.
I guess I learned that from my dad. My dad grew up
Mayonnaise
with
on
mayonnaise, and I made cornbread for the first time this past week, or last week rather.
Okay.
I took it to a cookout. No, this week. I took it to a cookout, and when I mentioned I put mayonnaise on it, you should have seen the looks I got.
Really?
Yes.
That is very interesting.
But to go ahead.
No.
Mayonnaise.
Finish up. Oh, so you're bringing mayonnaise.
Well, but no. But Tabasco is, as Daniel was saying, an incredible enhancer.
Oh.
I put Tabasco in my ramen. I put Tabasco in my ketchup when I'm eating corn dogs. I put Tabasco in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around me after I eat it for a while, but
That's not, I don't want to know that.
we're friends here. We're all friends here. So anyway, so to be honest, I'm going with Tabasco.
All right, so this is weird. I can't get the feed to load. I can't get the video to load. But anyway, I don't like Tabasco sauce.
Not true, PJ. Why not?
I don't like Tabasco sauce. I liked Tabasco sauce when I was a teenager, and I enjoyed it growing up. But I stopped liking it probably when I was about 30. If it's on the table, I'll eat it, and it is a good hot sauce. But it's not my favorite hot sauce anymore, which is why I was very specific in early going about, is it hot sauce or is it Tabasco? You were specific about saying it's Tabasco.
It's Tabasco.
Because if it had been hot sauce, I would have picked hot sauce over mayonnaise.
Like the other one.
Like Cholula or
Frank's
Texas Pete or
or-
Frank's. Frank's is great too. I forgot about Frank's. However, it's Tabasco. So my choice here is mayonnaise.
All right.
Now, listen, there are a lot of people who are down on mayonnaise, including one of my favorite columnists, Drew McGarry. And who was on, what's the cooking show where you go on and you get cut? Chopped. He was on Chopped.
Chopped, yeah.
And he won. He's a pretty good cook, but he hates mayonnaise. He decries it. I love mayonnaise. I could eat mayonnaise all day. And the best mayonnaise in the world is a mayonnaise called Duke's, which is, I think, probably specifically made in the South. But it's fantastic. So here I pick mayonnaise because it is a very good condiment. So we both pick mayonnaise.
Dude, no, I picked Tabasco.
Oh, flip that friggin' tile then.
So are we on camera or have we got...
We're on camera now.
Okay, so just to reiterate, that's him.
That's the good side. It's the winning side.
The shoddy side is me.
That's you. That's shoddy. It's just blank. Let's see how he flips this. Nobody's hurt. Well, you didn't let it. You got to let it land. Land on the floor.
On the floor?
Or make a lap or something. There you go.
I don't have much of a lap.
I know. He wins. All right, he wins the blank. So Tabasco moves on, which is fine. I know a lot of people don't like mayonnaise. I'm good with that. All right. Oh, jeez.
Dave's Insanity Sauce. Never heard of it.
Never heard of that. But there are as many hot sauces as there are craft beers, too,
Sure.
right? So that's another. All right, so Tabasco moves on. Jelly versus black pepper, sir. Let me move to a camera so people can see that.
Jelly is the quintessential, you can put it on anything kind of thing. Almost anything.
Right.
Obviously toast is one thing, but cornbread, muffins, biscuits. I hadn't had it for so long, and then I made some, and yes, I do, with mayonnaise. But black pepper, I'm a pepper fiend.
All right.
I put it on damn near everything.
All right, I can see
and
it.
not just shake. I make sure I not only put it in stuff I make, I put it on top of stuff I make.
All right. What's your choice?
Pepper.
So jelly to me is a breakfast condiment. Now I know you can have like cranberry jelly at Thanksgiving, and you can eat it, and I will go to the bathroom and throw up as I watch you eat it. I hate any kind of, especially when it comes out of that can. It's like dog food, and they just put it on the plate. Now I know that's not jelly. I get it, but it looks like it's just shit. So anyway, ghost pepper sauce is the devil, but it's great to try every once in a while. So jelly, I've kind of warmed up to jelly on toast and things like that over the years, and I dig it. But it's just American jelly is just pure corn syrup and death mixed in with some strawberry flavoring. It's not like jam in a jar where the strawberry, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to be that guy, but it's an interesting, like you wouldn't put jelly on a hot dog, right? And to me, that's the definition of condiment. What would you put on a hot dog or a hamburger or something else? In my mind, that's the definition of a condiment. So I agree with you. Black pepper is the better choice here. And I'm one of the few black pepper eaters in the house. I'm the only I'm the only one. And I put black pepper on almost everything, unless Didi has just hit a home run with the spices. So black pepper moves on.
Good deal.
Unless you said jelly.
No, I said black pepper.
All right. So I'm making the updates here so we can make sure we see the predictions. Congratulations, Black Pepper. You are the winner. All right.
Miracle Whip.
Let me lead this one.
Go ahead, please.
So Miracle Whip versus soy sauce. Let me put it on screen. So here we are at the Miracle Whip decision. Some of you are probably going to be like me. I went through a Miracle Whip phase for probably about 2 years. And what I liked about Miracle Whip at the time was it was an interesting, sweeter choice than mayonnaise. And that was also why I ended up hating it. Because I'm like, why did they put sugar in mayonnaise? And really what it turned into was, Miracle Whip in my mind had turned into marshmallow fluffer nutter. Had any of that shit?
Yeah.
Which we make in Lynn, Mass, which John Benuzowitz will tell us about. And I love that stuff occasionally. But Miracle Whip at some point just became verboten. I can't stand it anymore. Soy sauce, on the other hand, goes great on any kind of sushi. But you can also mix it in, like I've done a lot of recipes where I've just added a little soy sauce for a little salty sort of interesting catch to it. So to me, and really that's more of a, I don't want to say it's an enhancer, everybody, but it is more of a, I think we're on cam, yeah. It's more of a, yeah, we're on cam. It's more of a ingredient more than it is a condiment, because again, I wouldn't put soy sauce on a hot dog or a hamburger or something like that. So, that said, I would choose soy sauce. Keith?
We're going to have to flip. I'm not a big... I have to be in a mood to eat Oriental food to begin with.
Asian food.
Asian food. I see. I can't. Yeah, Asian food. Thank you. Asian food. So I don't use soy sauce a lot.
Okay.
I do use Miracle Whip a lot. I make a lot of sandwiches. So just on that, I'm going to pick Miracle Whip. So let's flip.
Flip it, baby.
Here we go.
Survey says...
You.
Winner, chicken dinner, soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
So that's the first round.
I just did that so everybody have to look at my crotch.
Let me do the updates here so you can watch me do the updates, and then we'll go to the predictions and see where everybody is. Soy sauce 1. Oops. 1.
Just heard your door open downstairs.
No, that's Annabelle going into her room, I think. La la la. And soy sauce moves on. All right, let's check out the predictions here and see where we stand, or see where you stand in relation to winning a t-shirt. Where did the little X go? There it is. Thank you.
You're pretty handy with doing your left hand there.
I hate this. La 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 la. Predictions. Okay, there they are. And we'll just check in on the predictions. Let's see who has the lead through one round, through the wild card round. And that leader is PJ with the lead. He's first. He's got 4 points. He's picked 4 of 11. Right behind him is John B. Black Pepper. He's got 8 points, 8 total points, or his pick potential is 8. His score is 3. Ray's got 2. Matt's got 2. Daniel Nathaniel. I don't think it's evil Daniel, just to be, but I don't like it. So he's got one.
You missed his comment that said evil with about 83 eyes.
Yeah, for some reason it's not streaming on my phone, so I can't go back to it. All right, let's press on here. Go back to our full shot here.
You're right, Daniel. Mea culpa. I said Asian. I meant Oriental, and I've been good about saying
I corrected
Oriental.
him too, Daniel. So feel good about that. All right, so we're back out of the full, back onto the bracket shot. So we now have ketchup versus horseradish, relish versus Tabasco, barbecue sauce versus black pepper, and mustard versus soy sauce. The real defining issues of our time. Where do you want to start?
Might as well start at the bottom.
Mustard versus soy sauce. All right.
I'm not a big fan of either one.
So, mustard is God's gift to my taste buds. When I was younger, we used to go to a place called El Cajon Speedway, which is no longer open. If you know who Jimmy Johnson is, the NASCAR driver who won like 7 titles, he cut his teeth at El Cajon Speedway, and I don't think no, he was after my time, but El Cajon Speedway was one of those places. It was a 3/8 of a mile track, asphalt, a great way to spend a Saturday night that my mother hated, but I enjoyed it immensely, and my stepfather enjoyed it immensely. It was fantastic. One of the things they sold were those foot-long corn dogs.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
This long. And what I would do is buy...
County fair kind of corn dog.
Exactly. I would buy 2 of those, put them in the little paper tray, and then you go over to that mustard dispenser, and basically I did this till the end of the night. I put enough mustard in my tray to sail a raft down it. I mean, so I would take it back to my thing, and my mother would be sitting miserably along with my stepfather, and then I would just dump the thing in. And the corn dogs, which I still love corn dogs, the corn dogs became a mustard delivery device the whole way. And there would always be like, 30% of the mustard left over. But I love mustard. Mustard is my choice.
Excuse me. Do you have any Craigie Poupon? I can't take credit for that. That's totally Daniel Nathaniel.
Did he say it?
Yeah, he did.
All right. Yeah, see, your video's not working either. Said Errol.
Oh, it was? Yeah.
That's weird.
That's just recent.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not a big mustard guy. I've never been a big mustard guy. What I do like when I grill bratwurst is the spicy mustard.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't eat a lot of mustard.
Jelly mustard on pastrami is another just past the pearly gates, would you like a snack sort of thing. I mean, it's just... Mwah.
I like spice. So, and soy sauce... Again, that's very picky on soy sauce. Right, so I'll go with mustard on this.
Mustard is a winner for there for sure. All right.
Man, you weren't going to let me say anything other than mustard, huh?
No. If for some insane reason you picked soy sauce, I was just going to beat you up. So that's easy. That's easy to do. All right. So mustard moves on. That is good to do. All right. Next one you want to do?
We'll just go up. Barbecue sauce
Ooh.
and black pepper. This one hurts me.
Yeah, barbecue sauce. An actual condiment, which is great to see, versus black pepper. This is tough. I will substitute barbecue sauce on fries.
Yep.
I will substitute barbecue sauce on a lot of different things. I love, my stepfather was good for some things, and one of them was that he knew how to make barbecue chicken really well. And so he gave me his secret recipe, which isn't that secret, but part of it is you smother it in barbecue sauce for about the last 6 or 7 minutes you cook it, and it is amazing. So what I would say is this is a difficult choice because they both sort of they can make a dish that much better. Especially like you put some black pepper on a bad potato salad, you can recoup the potato salad. So what I'd say is that I'm going to pick barbecue sauce.
Do you have a favorite barbecue sauce? I mean, a go-to barbecue sauce?
So, yes, until I learned that like 98% of them are basically the same formula that start with high fructose corn syrup and then go vinegar, blah, 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 blah. But I think that Sweet Ray's or Sweet Earl's.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
That's it. That's probably our favorite here.
I like Sweet Baby Ray's. It's hard to make a bad barbecue sauce. Some of them can be too vinegary.
Right.
You remember Billy Sims?
I do! One of my favorite running backs.
Right. He now owns a chain of barbecue restaurants throughout the Midwest. and I ordered online right after I got here, and I have two bottles of Billy Sims Sweet and Mild barbecue sauce. I love it. That's my favorite. And that's not a plug for Billy Sims because we can't get it here in Germany, and you can't get it on the East or West Coast. So I'm going with barbecue sauce.
All right, barbecue sauce it is.
Barbecue sauce it is.
So let's go back to.
I really hope ketchup and barbecue sauce don't go up against each other.
All right, so we need to do that, and. All right, ooh, that's a tough final four. Relish versus Tabasco.
There's nothing I like about relish.
Really?
Nothing.
All right.
It's got. Tell me what's in relish.
Pickles and slime and small children who are bad.
I don't like any of those.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. So, yeah, I don't like relish either. I'll go with you. Tabasco's the winner there. That was easy.
That was easy.
That was an easy one. All right, so let's move that on.
I hate all things pickles, says Daniel Nathaniel.
Do you really? I had a boss named Scott Vadnais who actually feared dill pickles.
The only pickle thing I like is pickle juice. Works great on cramps.
Ugh.
No, pickle juice works great on cramps.
I love dill pickles. I love almost everything pickle. But I don't like relish because, again, it's essentially high fructose syrup encased pickles. All right, this is kind of a good one.
This one's going to be tough.
Horseradish versus ketchup.
Which kind of go together.
How so?
Because you mix your horseradish with ketchup and you have a great cocktail sauce.
I don't think you do.
I do. That's how I make my cocktail sauce.
All right.
That's how most people make their cocktail sauce. Most businesses.
Okay, now I've got the...
But I grew up.
Daniel says he'll never have a Chicago dog. Chicago dogs are God's gift to hot dogs.
Explain me.
So Chicago dogs are this sort of concoction of all things vegetables put on a hot dog, and I did not think I would like them. Sonic Drive-In used to make a Chicago dog that was to die for. It had the poppy seed roll, it had the celery salt, it had the tomatoes, it had everything in it. Chicago dogs are the best, some of the best hot dogs ever. And I dragged through the garden, thank you, there it is. PJ says Chicago dog with lots of relish. That is the only time I like relish. I wouldn't put it on a hamburger, I wouldn't put it on any other hot dog. Because most of the time what I like is a hot dog with mustard and a lot of nice raw chopped onions. But if somebody says, hey, they're serving Chicago dogs over there, I will run over people to get Chicago dogs. So I'm a big fan of Chicago dogs. All right, go on.
Chicago dog's not on the bracket, though.
No, it's not a condiment.
Ketchup or horseradish?
I'm trying to make sure that our watchers and commenters are accommodated here. Come on, ketchup or horseradish?
Ketchup or horseradish? I thought ketchup. I put ketchup.
Yeah.
It's either ketchup or barbecue sauce on everything for me.
The word condiment starts with a C, but it probably should have started with a K for ketchup. So,
depending on which brand.
Ketchup is the condiment in a lot of ways. Horseradish is kind of a frou-frou condiment in some ways. So I'm picking ketchup here as well. Although, again, most ketchups in the United States are sugar.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you look at almost any... I gotta go back to one. Any sort of condiment or any product that you buy, make sure the first thing you're not getting is sugar or high fructose corn syrup, because it's going to kill you faster than anything else. All right, so we're through the round of 8. Ketchup moves on, and horseradish does not. Let's see here where we are. Submit scores. Blam! All right, so let's go back and check our predictions here. We'll remove the Xaroo. We'll go down, find our predictions here. There they are. Let's see who's leading. I wonder if it's still PJ.
God, I hope not.
All right. As I bring up.
By the way, just to give credit where credit is due,
Yeah.
PJ's a great cook.
Oh, cool.
He's a great cook.
PJ's in the lead still. Big score. 10 points. Daniel Nathaniel comes in with a 7. John B's got a 5. Salt of the Earth is there. There's Ray. There is Get It On. And
Get It On.
unfortunately, Matt Davis not reading our minds very well
Bang on.
this week. So sorry, Matt.
Get it on.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. So let's get back at it. Final four.
This is going to be tough.
But these should go fairly quickly though too. So. All right. Let's round this thing off. Let's go. Back on.
All right.
Back on four.
Starting with the 2 and 3.
Oh, we're already there. All right.
Barbecue sauce.
Ketchup. Yeah.
And mustard.
Barbecue sauce and mustard. Well, for me, this is an easy choice. It's mustard.
And for me, it's an easy choice.
But for a couple of reasons that I didn't mention in the last round. One is barbecue sauce is high fructose corn syrup and then all those other fantastic ingredients. Unless you're somebody like my friend Pat Maddock, who makes his own barbecue sauce. He actually competes in barbecuing tournaments. He's really good at it. So I'm sure his barbecue sauce is the shit. And I know that sugar is a component of barbecue sauce. I get it. But almost every barbecue sauce that we buy, much like the syrups that we buy for pancakes, are just high fructose corn syrup and flavoring. So I do like to find sort of a authentically made barbecue sauce every once in a while. Because again, Sweet Baby Ray's is fine.
I'll make my meatballs
and that's my
for you.
taste. But I like to get it authentic sometimes. That said, mustard is just, it's the 800-pound gorilla in the room for me, so I pick mustard.
I'm picking barbecue sauce.
And we're having a flip-off.
Because, like I said, I put either ketchup or barbecue sauce on almost everything.
Yeah.
I will say that I've started making a decades-old family recipe barbecue sauce. I haven't perfected it yet because I've only made it a few times. That my mom puts on meatballs that she makes from hand.
Yeah, Dee Dee makes some fun.
And then puts this barbecue sauce on it. Well, as I've done on several family recipes, I cheat and I buy the frozen meatballs and then I make the barbecue sauce and put it on the barbecue sauce and put it in the oven. So,
We've only got 4 viewers left.
barbecue sauce and mustard.
That's not. Flip
That
it
wasn't
right.
flip?
Put your legs together and flip it so there's a flat surface.
Gee, why are you saying my...
Or put the writing pad over there or something. All right, let's do it. Come on. All right, here we go. Oh my God! You seriously? Now you did it that time. We threw it at the roof. I'm a winner. Mustard moves on.
Fuck!
After you got it right.
You got it right.
Mustard moves on. Seriously, PJ, can we get him to a coin flipping school or something? Is there one of those out in Texas?
Seriously, PJ, don't answer that.
He can hit a golf ball pretty straight and sort of far, but he cannot flip a coin. If he had to flip a coin to save his mother's life.
You didn't see when I was doing the videos while you were gone? While I was talking, I was flipping a coin?
No, I missed that. I'm totally zoned on that. All right, ketchup versus Tabasco.
Oh, ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup. That's easy enough. One.
You gotta move that stuff closer to you.
I know, I haven't figured out this part of the show production yet, but I'll figure it out. All right. So we don't check the, let's see if we can get over here. Oh, we can't get over there. All right. Hang on 1 second. No. Sorry. Hang on, folks. We're just sort of bungling our way through this.
Who's we, white man?
Don't even... Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so the last round is... God, these ads are just crapola. I can't scroll... Why can't I scroll to the... I don't know.
That's interesting.
Alright, so the last round is ketchup versus mustard.
I'm going with ketchup.
You're going with ketchup. Alright, let me do this. Let me try something here. Should I make the windows smaller? Not that they can see us. We're looking at us right now. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. He's doing some technical stuff, trying to...
Not technical. I'm just trying to fix the fucking window. Why is it so hard? Oh, I know why. Because I got it zoomed too much. So it's my fault.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but just figured it was your fault.
Shut up. Alright, so quick look at the folks. It's ketchup versus mustard. Go.
I'm going with ketchup. Because
I'm going with mustard.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Yes!
Damn it! I didn't win anything. I won the first one. Shit! You can't tell me mustard's better than ketchup.
Mustard is better than ketchup. I just told you. So mustard is your winner.
Why?
Of the Saturday, what are we at? July, 25th?
5th.
Bracket.
Next week, I will be in my 5th decade.
I know, you got a birthday coming up. It's frightening. Alright, so let's figure out who the winner is this week.
No.
It's not black pepper, so we know it's not John B.
No.
This will be an interesting choice. Whoever made the best choices up to now. I'm glad mustard won. I'm really glad. Alright, let's go to the predictions here.
Mustard probably knocked PJ out.
Let's go to camera 4 and our 7 predictions.
Daniel Nathaniel said not him.
And the winner is... Drumroll.
But he also said ketchup has more applications.
Daniel Nathaniel is the winner.
He said not him.
Unbelievable.
It is Daniel Nathaniel.
It is Daniel Nathaniel. He had a total score of 11.
Based on a flip, a game disc flip.
He had 5 picks. PJ had the most picks. But remember, again, we've explained this before, the points get bigger as the rounds go on. So that's why Daniel's the winner, although PJ had more picks. So PJ second. Whoever Salt of the Earth is, they are third. John B. fourth. Raisin fifth. And there we have it out. Poor Matt's in last place.
I love the names people come up with for their brackets. That's
too.
great.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Salt of the Earth. I don't know who that is, but good
All
job.
right, we need to wrap it up. For our 5 viewers and others who joined us, thank you. We are appreciative of your patronage of this show. Again, we know it's on in the middle of the afternoon. You've got better things to do, mow the lawn, watch sports or whatever, but we're always happy when we see some of you.
Please
Especially
share it.
PJ, Ray, Daniel, you guys join us all the time, so we really appreciate that. That means a lot to us. We like to sit here and talk to one another, so we're glad you're here to overhear. Any final thoughts?
No, come visit us. Also, share this
You're not
video.
going to come visit us.
You're not going to come visit us. Not anytime soon.
Yes, share the video, share the show. That really helps us too. We usually share it to Reddit. It is still morning. In fact, what time is it? It's 9. No, it's 10 something.
10. So it's
10:17 in the morning in Hawaii right now.
Wow.
Because I think we're exactly 12 hours ahead.
In the Central
Or
Time
behind,
Zone,
depending
it
on you.
is 10. It's 3 o'clock.
Yes, 3 o'clock. So we thank you. We are very happy. We are still. We've got 3 cameras. We've got that situation underhand. So we're doing some great things. The lighting is starting to do good. The background is. I love look at my aesthetic on the background. Lots of all my patches over here. Captain America. The board game I made in 2000 with my friend Dan.
This is you wrapping it up?
X-Wing helmet. Yeah, I'm showing off all my stuff. Once again, please subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. I know you guys already subscribe or watch. We appreciate that. But please encourage friends to subscribe on iTunes, listen on Spotify, Amazon Music, Radio.com.
Amazon Music.
TuneIn Radio, and a few other places. We're pretty easy to find. Just search for This Show is a JK. Maybe insert Keith's name or my name. It pops up pretty quickly. We are, again, very appreciative of your patronage, and we will be back on Tuesday with a new audio show. And then the Saturday live show, we'll have a bracket. Let's see, you're the quiz this week?
I'm the quiz, you're the bracket. I saw.
So we're going to switch. So you're going to be the quiz. So you're doing 3 in a row, and I apologize, and there's a reason for that. The reason is he's going to do the quiz on Tuesday, and then he will do the bracket on Saturday, August 1st. So then I'll do the quiz next Tuesday, and then I will do the bracket on my birthday, and that bracket will be called What Should Jason Get for His Birthday? So you will have 12 choices of things that I should be bought for my birthday, and you will be able to make a prediction as to what you think I should get for my birthday. It should be fun, but since I'm the one getting the gifts.
Does Dee Dee have a say in this?
She did. She said the Corvette is on the bracket. I'm not getting the Corvette. So that's pretty much the end of that discussion. But it'll be on the bracket anyway, and we'll see how it goes. So, unless you want to make up some presents for me, then you can handle that bracket.
No.
All right. No. So that's how it'll go. Again, thanks so much. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.